Hi guys, this is Imanshu again. Today we will finally start with the backend. So before starting with the coding and all, you have to download Samp. So download Samp. Okay. So download Samp and download 8. As I have PHP version 8, you can download the Samp version 8 as well. For Windows or for Linux, for Mac, right. So after downloading this XAMPP, you'll save this XAMPP at a folder known as local C. So I'll go to this device and I'll go to C, and here it is, XAMPP. So XAMPP, and I'll go to htdocs. And inside this htdocs, you should have the folder on which you are working on. For example, I'm working on project form, so I'm gonna control X and go here and control V. So I've successfully pasted it here. Now I'll go inside and I have this. So inside this project form, I'll create a new folder known as backend. Right. So backend. So now let's open Atom. Right. So these are some previous files I've been working on. Let's just remove these files. Right. This as well. And remove the previous folder as well, just to clean up the mess. Remove project folder. Right, now I'll add this project folder, which is backend, because we'll be working backend on Atom only. Right, so the first file which I'll be making is config.php. Right, so as I mentioned earlier, I'll be using PHP PDO as a backend. Right, PDO MySQL as a backend. Right, so let's go here and let's first start with our control panel. You can just type SAM control panel, you'll get it, and open this application. After opening this application, start Apache and start MySQL. If MySQL is not starting, you can there is a possibility that MySQL service is already on, or you already have a MySQL application. So delete that application, then only you can work on this. Right, minimize this because I don't think we'll need it. Go here and localhost php myadmin. This would be the database. All right, so I already have a customer database, so I'll be deleting this. I'll be creating a new one. Sorry, I'll be deleting this, or let's create a new one. Right, I'll create a new database and I'll name it as, let's see, I'll name it as login sign up, not sing up, sign up. Right, I'll be creating it as login sign up, create, and inside this I'll name a table as customers. Right, and number of rows, the first row would be name and then email and then phone number and password. So number of columns are 4. So I'll be creating different columns. So first one is name and varchar. Length, I usually keep 255. 255 is the largest, the maximum length of varchar, so 255. And then I'll have email. I think the second one is email. If I open this sign up, file not found. Oh, sorry, I'll have to go back here and open this sign up. Yeah, so email ID, the second one is email. So email, this would also be varchar and 255 again. And after email, I'll be doing password, I think. No, phone number. So I'll be using phone or contact, and this would be int, and the size would be 12, including +9 one if you want, right? So after contact, I'll have password, and this would be varchar. And yeah, one more thing. Okay, I forgot to mention this. So the contact should not be int in this PHP myadmin, because if you insert int, then it's gonna int, and if you mention it as 12, then the input is going to exceed the input of this int. Right, so I recommend using varchar, or else you'll get an error. So phone number, sorry, contact also varchar and password also varchar. Now let's define some of its attribute. Sorry, index. Yeah, let's define index. So the name or username would be primary, of course. Yeah, go. And your email ID or password would be unique. Password and this phone number should be unique, right? Go, go. Okay. And I think password can be same, right? So no password, nothing about password. Password can be same, right? So after this, save this invalid length where, okay, so 255 again password, and save this. Right. So you have saved these files. You have done unique to contact, and name should be primary. There should be only one type of name. So after doing this, we have created login sign up, and we have a table known as customer. Right. And this is the description of the customer. Okay. So after this, let's go to our what do you call it? Atom. Right. And at the config, we'll type simple PHP. We'll start with PHP now. The backend has started finally. Tab. So we'll create a class first here, class which would be known as config, right? This class would be known as config, and inside this I'll create a public function, public static function connect. The name of the function will be connect, and inside this function I'll be checking everything, right? I'll be connecting PHP with the backend, with the MySQL local host PHP my admin. Okay, so my host name would be localhost, and my host name is localhost. My what do you call it? User is root, and the password is nothing. Okay, so we'll create a variable known as con, which would be equal to new PDO, right? PDO is PHP data object. This is the medium through which we'll connect the PHP with the PHP my admin, right? We'll write MySQL, oh, it should be MySQL, and host is equals to localhost, not localhost, host, sorry, host. And after this, we'll add user and password. Usually what people do is they write here db name, but I do not prefer this. I prefer to create a query known as use, and it is an MySQL query where we can use a database. So what I'll do is I'll write this con query use, what is the database name? Login sign up, right? And don't forget to add semicolon at the last ending of every line, right? After this, we the function has been created, I think. Oh, one thing I left, of course I was thinking of this only. One thing I left, uh, try function. The connection should always be inside the try function, and tab. Yeah, try, and with try we use catch. So the catch will catch the error in connection, PDO exception E, right? This will catch the exception. I'll write echo E get message. E is the variable where the exception is, where the error is stored, and then I'm echoing the error, right, inside the catch. So for this error to come, we have to set some attribute. So I'll write con, and inside this I'll write set set attribute pdo attr attribute error mode error mode error mode comma again pdo error mode error mode and exception. I hope you have some clarification of PDO, right? I'm just showing you how to connect it, how to use this PDO, the knowledge of PDO in a project. Okay, so after this, you would have to return in this function. You will have to return something, right? Return con. That is the connection, right? So we have successfully created this config.php. We'll create another file in the backend, which is known as process.php. The process.php will process everything, the username, email, phone number at the sign up, coming from the sign up page and coming from the login page as well. So the process will do the processing, right? Here we'll create the session, and we'll also create another file known as profile.php, where your session will start and where you will log out to end your session. So this is it. Wait for the another video. Thank you for watching.